Hello, thank you so much for coming. This is what we are creating today. Have large knotless braids, and I will show you how to extend and make them even and neat. And at the back, we're gonna have 4 clean rows like this, and how to get a perfect side cut to match your client's face, and a simple technique if you can't feed in with braids by inserting small pieces of braids on rope cornrows, and it will just give the same sleek look without stress. Okay, so let's begin. I'm gonna be inserting 4 pieces of braids on each strand, and I'm gonna be braiding only once, the way you are seeing, before adding the first piece of braids, and that is how you get the knotless braids. Okay, so only the first piece of braids should be small in size to make it seamless. Okay, so don't forget to apply the right amount of tension while braiding, and also try your best and keep the hair enclosed in the braids to have that a nice clean braiding pattern, or you can keep the hair underneath the braid. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding the last piece of braid, so you really need to take your time. So I'm gonna be adding the 4th piece of braid like that, and I'm gonna be exchanging my fingers. Okay, so I'll exchange my fingers that way, and it makes me braid faster. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, how to extend the tails to just add length, because I'm using 24-inch braid, so it's easy and you will still maintain the pattern, so don't worry about that, but only if you maintain neatness and tightness. Okay, so make sure you hold make sure you hold 3 even section of braid tight, so that the added extension blends in smoothly, and you can add either under the braids or in the middle if you are confident. Okay, so use the size of the 2nd and the 3rd braid combined to keep the size even, and I do hope you understand. So drop a comment, let me know how you extend the tails. We have come a long way. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I do hope you're finding this helpful, okay? And from the two main sections, we are done with the large knotless braids. Are beautiful, simple, and clean the way you're seeing. And now I'm gonna use it as a guide to get the perfect side cut to the front, and I will use the line in between the third and the fourth braid from the right side the way you're seeing, and it's fast and easy, and it will match perfectly with your client's face. And for the easy technique to feed in with braids, I will begin by doing a single rope cornrow to anchor braids as a foundation. We're gonna see all that, and I'm gonna be adding a thin extensions to make the hairstyle last longer, okay? Yeah, so once the rope cornrow is done, I'm gonna be using a thin hook crochet because it slides in the braided hair smoothly the way you're seeing, and I'm gonna be inserting small pieces of braids. And again, the first four should be of the same size than the rest, which is the double size of the first four that you've just fed in. I do hope you understand. And I wasn't actually counting these, but from the view, you can actually count and get to know how many pieces of braids are inserted on this particular line, okay? And to begin braiding, the first piece of braid, you have to get small sections from both sides. Okay, so you have to get small sections from both sides to have 3 strands. Then you're gonna start braiding as you pick braids from each side. And whenever you feel like the braids is too far, just braid over until you get access to add on the continuous braiding. Okay, so I do hope you understand. Leave a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section.